They're taking on GTA Prep. We have some amazing one-on-one matchups here. We went from a world champion, and that's one of the matchups right there, Trayvon Minot, not Minot. I'm now sharing that information with the world.
I stand corrected.
And so did Tarek, who wanted to fight me on it. It's straight from the source, AJ Lawson. Watch out below, AJ Lawson.
Well, good thing they didn't tech him up that time.
Oh, I knew you were going to go there.
You're damn right I am.
AJ Lawson, two-handed slam in transition. He's having fun up here in Ottawa. I'm joined by Elias Sabet, trying to follow in the footsteps of world champion Noah Kirkwood, who joined me in the last game.
Yeah, how was that conversation?
It was perfect. After as many games as we've done here today, amazing to have somebody of the caliber of Noah Kirkwood, both on the court and as a person. Harvard, you have a special one coming to you.
No doubt about that, man.
In Canada, be proud of a gentleman like that. This game right here is going to be fun. It's unfortunate that Saint Laurent is not at full strength, Elias.
Yeah, they're missing an important piece at PG, Ben Datro, who is a prolific scorer from every angle on the floor. He can really get hot from the three-point line, and then he's dunking on guys in transition. He's a scary one. And Mino showing some great skill. Mino looks terrific. Sorry, say it again? How do you say it again?
Trayvon Minot.
Minot?
And Minot.
Minot. Okay.
AJ Lawson has come out on a mission after missing this morning's game. He's ready to come out and have some fun. And you know, talking to head coach Akram Slyman before this game, he was excited for his team to have a chance to play a player of AJ Lawson's caliber, NBA level talent. Got some size. Here are no Niamaji. Sorry, Niamaji. Got some size coming out of Montreal here, and you know, I've called this team the mysterious group. And Saint Laurent, for those who don't know, a public school in Quebec. Head coach Akram getting on the floor. Former player at Saint Laurent in the mid-90s. Now coaching his team. And I think what was special in talking to these guys for a future feature you'll see on NorthPoleHoops.com was that all these kids are not only from Montreal, they're all from the same community, the same little area.
And they got enough talent in that area to field two teams, in my opinion.
And what I thought was so interesting about that, I asked him, like, you know, what does that do for you on the court? And he just says, we can hold each other accountable. We know where each other are going to be. And to a man, they have a sign in their Saint Laurent locker room, their Express locker room back home, that says, it's not about you.
I like that. I really, really like that.
And that can be applied to every aspect of life and everybody out there. So like many of these MPA programs, I mean, it's not about wins and losses. It's about building towards the future, both as a program and individually as players and people. And we have plenty of people on this floor who are building towards something special, including the man at the line right now, A.J. Lawson. Here we go, the Express. Barreling down the floor, Andrew Keogh. Misses the floater. Keogh comes up with a steal. Palatti tries to get it back. Keogh dribbling through all kinds of traffic. A.J. Lawson. It's Black Friday in the U.S. A little INT football action right there from A.J. Lawson, finishing with the spike. A.J. Lawson shot out of a cannon in the early going here today.
And he told me, I spoke to him before the game, he told me, look, I didn't appreciate what the refs did, but I'm coming in hard this game. He's going for a triple-double. That's the goal. We'll see what he ends up with, but the kid is playing on a mission.
If you missed yesterday's game, a questionable technical called on A.J. Lawson. He was called for hanging on the rim off a missed dunk. Very questionable call simply because he didn't swing back and forth. It was simply to make sure it was safe for him to land. And that was his first tech of the game, and he got one a little bit later. Also questionable, but simply for saying something to a player. It didn't include any untoward words or anything like that, but one of those situations that I think in the long run the ref would have took the first one back if he could. But we have rules here in the NPA that says 2 techs, you can't play your next game in a session. So A.J. Lawson was out for GTA prep this morning. They still had no problem handling RNS. But it does add another layer to this game, as we have a future star and current star who just has a little more juice to play in this game.
And that's Central Tech team, man. I know the game's done now, but you know, I'm just watching and looking back on their history over last season and how much better they got by the end of it. And it's scary because where they are right now is already pretty potent. I couldn't imagine by mid-season what this squad's going to look like.
And they got to play everybody in that last game. There was guys they were pulling out and putting on that floor that, I mean, you and I have been to Central Tech practices. Guys that I didn't realize were on this roster. A.J. Lawson's on the roster, and A.J. Lawson throwing it down with the reverse styles. A.J. Lawson is the judge, the jury, and the executioner, laying down the law. Leads up to 12 for GTA Prep, just over the midway point of the first quarter. Corner 3, no good. Nyamaji comes down with the board, pushing it the other way. Andrew Keogh. Oh no, the runway's open again. A.J. Lawson is putting on his own personal dunk display. Shot out of a cannon. He's trying to put an end to the battle in the Capitol. We'll be back.
Let's keep it going. Keep the intensity high. Get your feet square. Get your feet square. Take it home, write it down, grab a homie, and work on it. Work on it. Master it.
A.J. Lawson, go! He gets it to go! Wow! Check it out, Jalen.
Oh my God!
Top 10, top 10.
Two-way players are the best players. Understand that. Two-way players are the best players.
Here's Sabri Phillip, two-hand jam!
Let's go, boy!
It doesn't matter from what city you're from, how tall you are, what school, what club you represent. Game speaks. There's no politics here.
Okay, let's keep it going.
Keep the intensity.
We've traveled across the country and back. 6 years running. Canada's basketball talent blossoms right before our eyes. From coast to coast. It's our job to bring it to the light. No gimmicks, just hard work on the hardwood. Who will step up to the plate this summer? Who will make their game undeniable and challenge every man in front of him? Game will speak. We've traveled across the country and back. 6 years running. Canada's basketball.
Haven't missed any buckets. Don't worry, you haven't missed another A.J. Lawson slam. He's already racked up 4. A.J. Lawson stuffing the stat sheet so far this evening. Nice pass, cross court, up top. Ooh, confidence.
Joshua Houghton heating up. And St. Laurent's gonna get, this is a rude awakening for them because they gotta play a powerful and deep GTA prep team in their first game of the season in the NPA. And right now they're being held to 6 points.
When you take a Ben Datro out of a lineup.
Oh, it makes a huge difference.
And they have another injury as well. Like just talking to their coach before the game. They've pretty much taken 45 points out of their lineup right now. And he honestly just doesn't know where that's going to get replaced. When you're going to ask other players to fill that void, then you're going to lose something in another spot where those players usually apply their skills, right?
That's right.
A.J. Lawson, dunk number 5. For all you old school basketball fans out there in Canada, he's putting on his own personal court cuts today.
That's a nice move on the reverse.
There we go. Arnaud Niamji.
That's a class of 2021 right there. Standing at 6'8". I like it.
Love hearing our official second language ringing out through a gym. You know that you have truly a coast-to-coast league when you have some angry French being screamed out, echoing throughout the gym.
Man, I love everything about Montreal and Quebec in general. I feel, you know, some people feel like there's a separation. I feel like I'm right at home when I'm in Quebec. The community has really embraced us. You know, they usually get overlooked because of the language barrier. And North Pole Hoops has been in there for the past 7 years, just, you know, trying to do the same thing we're doing for the rest of Canada. Provide exposure as much as possible, create opportunities. Shout out to Sun Youth, the Sun Youth program, who's, you know, was one of the first to take us in.
What I love about the makeup of Montreal is the multicultural feeling there and how it's embraced. You know, and we know high-end players coming out of there. Lugansk Dort, Haitian background. A lot of Central African countries represented there as well. And then you're looking at the coach here, Coach Akram Slayman, born in Lebanon. And his family had to battle when they got here as well.
I mean, it's a country of immigrants, right? We're all from somewhere. The only true Canadian is that guy from Halifax, Ryan Toney, Aboriginal. Give Canadians credit where it's due.
That's why the game of basketball is so beautiful. Don't need a lot of money to pick up a ball and find a hoop. Oh, behind the back dive. Dropping it like it's hot. Andrew Keogh finding his big man, Nyamji. AJ Lawson quick to the baseline, kick back out. Moalen getting the bounce. Under a minute to go, the lead is up to 18, GTA Prep.
And Moalen's earned himself some pretty significant minutes in these last 2 games, and he's done the most with that.
Lawson gets cut off. Oh, Moalen saving it between his legs. That was impressive.
And he just picks that. He's responsible for that steal. You gotta love this kid, man. I'm gonna be sending coaches this tape from the past 2 games. You look at his efficiency, his assist to turnover ratio. That's the kid that's taking care of the ball. That's the kid that's setting you guys up.
It started in that first stream down in Toronto Basketball Academy, playing host to GTA Prep. That was when he caught my eye. Exactly what you said. It was a tight handle, strong on the ball. Doesn't make mistakes. If he does, he often gets the ball right back.
As he just did, you know.
Leads up to 19. Yeah, St. Laurent is just a little out of sync without Ben Datro battling an ankle injury. Under 10 to go. Moalen checks the clock. Houghton, corner, 3. Lindo, no good. Oh, Moalen steal. That would have been a backbreaker. 19-point lead through 10 minutes. Stay with us. We'll be back. Second quarter action. GTA Prep and St. Laurent.
Get your feet square, get your feet square. Take it home, write it down, grab a homie, and work on it. Work on it, master it.
AJ Lawson, go! He gets it to go! Wow. Pick it up, Jalen.
Oh my God!
Top 10, top 10.
Two-way players are the best players. Understand that. Two-way players are the best players.
Here's Sabri Phillip, two-way jam!
Let's go, boy!
It doesn't matter from what city you're from, how tall you are, what school, what club you represent. Game speaks. There's no politics here.
Rep by rep, you push yourself. Effort is only half the battle. Doubt sets in. Why do you do it? Is it worth it? The lights turn on. All your questions are answered.
Everyone has their story.
A 19-point lead for GTA Prep. We've seen some solid team games in this gym. GTA Prep now playing their 3rd game, their 2nd today. Putting together a body of work here in the battle in the Capitol that is incredibly impressive. As they're doing it every which way with their entire roster. Oh, wow.
Great job with that fake.
Over the 6'9" massive wingspan.
And St. Laurent just having a ton of difficulty on this press.
Can't overemphasize enough being without Ben Datro. It's hard because many of you haven't seen him play. You take away a piece like that.
But he's the type of guy, he'll break a press on his own. He got good blow-by ability.
And he is here in the building right now. You know it's probably killing him watching his team out here. But GTA Prep is also on a mission. Already put up 39 points. GTA Prep just continues to put on a show. Tie up down low. St. Laurent going to get it back.
Sois patient sur le press break.
There's the basket. And the bump. Arnaud Niamaji. Coach Simon pulling his crew back beyond half, trying to slow down this GTA Prep fast break. A 1-3-1 zone. They do have some impressive wingspan on this team, so I could see how that would work for them. Corner three. Tell you this, Houghton has got the flamethrower out early on in this one. Ooh, nice ball fake leading to 2.
Definitely got the defense off of him with that fake.
Luca Suari. No foul call. I thought I heard a slap from over here. Out of bounds.
I don't mind. Hey, I don't mind just letting them play a little bit, be physical a little bit.
Ooh. Man, Tristan Lindo is explosive.
Too bad it's not going to count.
I know.
You know what happened there?
Yeah. Negative step, corner of the three-point arc, stepped out of bounds.
Happens at least once a day.
Oh, are you kidding me? When we have 7 games, it happens about 15 times.
Oh, there you go.
It was funny, I was talking to Kevin Jeffers and Coach Omar of Central Tech before the game about that, and then their team went out and did it a handful of times as well. Yamaji inbounds. Cute.
Restez poignés dans la zone, attention. Est à nous, est à nous, est à nous. 12 secondes.
That would be the sounds of Coach Slayman here in the background. You might hear him.
Oof. Houghton had it halfway down before it popped back out. He's on one today too. You can tell he's feeling it. DeAndre Pierre ready to check in for GTA Prep. Needs up to 24. They've already got 44 points, not even 3 minutes into the second. Man, this team has firepower. Shout out Coach Cooper back home with his wife awaiting the birth of their child. Tai Chow here taking care of the coaching duties.
And doing a darn good job of it,
I was just about to say, no offense, Coop. But the team, thanks to your training, is a well-oiled machine. Tai Chow just has to drive the car.
Coop doesn't have that type of ego, so he won't take it any which way.
Oh, I feel like I'm getting a text right now. He's saying AJ better be checking into the game. Don't worry, Coop, he is. Tai Chow's on it.
Man, and Hafeen Moalen, I think, the minutes that he's earned on this squad and what he's done with those minutes, he's been a big piece of this.
Joshua Houghton has the flamethrower out today. I mean, that's his 4th 3.
He's had it all day. So he's had 4 in each game. And this game's only in the second.
His 5th was halfway down before it popped out as well. So, I mean, GTA Prep is just rolling right now. About the only thing that AJ Lawson is doing wrong today is almost taking out the play-by-play table. Just over 3.5 into the second quarter. Keogh at the line, looking to cut this lead down to 25. But I mean, at this point, St. Laurent found themselves such a hole. I've said it before, you're just trying to win the quarters, the half quarters, the possessions right now. AJ Lawson up top. Casey Zagu gathers. Three more coming in for GTA Prep. Cameron Harris, Scotty Austin, Mitchell Halati waiting on Iziagu, who's at the line.
2-2 or 3-2? Yeah, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3-2. You marked it too. Yeah. The color in it. 3-2. There we go.
Iziagu at the line. St. Laurent.
Feed it inside. Feed it inside to the big man. Let him go at him. There you go. That's a young buck going up against a senior.
Yep. Talked to him before the game. Soft-spoken, gentle giant, but very determined and very appreciative of his head coach.
This is the opportunity right now, Jay. You gotta get it inside. As soon as they get it across and into the half-court set, you gotta get it inside and take advantage of this mismatch here.
There you go. Kick back out. Probably could have made another move before he passed it back out to the perimeter.
Hats off to GTA, man. They're moving the ball extremely well. These guys are getting the looks that they want.
Now, we haven't seen CTA for a second time yet in this tournament, but as of right now, I mean, GTA Prep is the most impressive body of work.
Yeah.
Because they've made light work of everybody that they've run into. I mean, in their game against TBA as well, I mean, that really wasn't in danger at any point. So I'm talking about entire body of work so far in this MPA season.
No, I agree.
But we're still very early. I mean, for a lot of teams, this session was the kickoff of their MPA season,
That's
right?
right.
They have practiced a lot. They've played some tournament games to kind of get warmed up. But, you know, this is really the kickoff of the MPA season, and we really pick up. The schedule's online at mpacanada.com. Things really start to pick up after this session. We then have the Toronto session hosted by Crestwood, January 3rd through 6th. Nice pass. The big man dropping a dime the way of Stéphane.
Look, I'm going to make a bold statement here. With Ben Dacho in the lineup, this game is even. That's how much of an impact he is.
Yeah, I'd say you're about right, because as coach said, you know, you're losing 25 to 30 points a game with him out. Deficit right now is 25. Not saying he would have had 25 by now, but he would have made the difference of 25 points, right?
And from a psychological standpoint, and I know people can be swayed either which way about this, the team plays different with him in the lineup.
Yep. Like we were saying, because you're asking somebody else to do something they don't normally do, so you're losing something in that position that they would normally take care of. AJ Lawson, rebound, put back.
And these guys are just throwing it away.
AJ Lawson goes behind the back. AJ Lawson is putting together his own personal highlight reel here today. 52 points, 6:20 into the second quarter. Turnover. Halati back up top. DeAndre Pierre. Coach Coop says he's the toughest guy on this team.
About Pierre?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that, man. I would agree with that. He's a fierce competitor, and he gets these guys going a lot of the times on the defensive end.
AJ Lawson crossing over, taking it right at the big man.
Just incredible feel to turn his body away. Love the energy from him right now.
How do you want it finished? Because AJ Lawson can do it any which way. Cedric Moss checking in for the first time, a 2022 kid. So Coach Akram is bringing everybody out. He says this is an unbelievable stage for his team, so I think he sees an opportunity to get some minutes for some guys who normally wouldn't. Lawson loses it back the other way. The Express trying to capitalize.
You know, one thing I like about all the Montreal kids is they don't care where you're ranked, who they're playing against. They're going to come at your neck every game.
Going back to the line, it's not about you. And I guess that goes when it comes to their opponents as well. Steal and miss. Put back. Oussama Makhlouf. Oussama coming through. Another young buck out there. Halati, long two.
The younger Halati, Mitchell, about to be joined. Got Joseph right in front of us, about to check in.
You can tell this St. Laurent team plays as a team. Definitely not over dribbling. Pass is faster than the dribble.
I think they just need to slow it down, especially against the press. They're trying to rush to get over half, and they just need to be a little more patient. They've had a lot of turnovers, especially against the press. Most of the time it's been a half court.
Good ball movement. Lawson. Every which way you want it finished, he can provide it. Through traffic, in traffic, getting hit.
This dude's gonna have, he must have close to 20 something right now. We're not even at the half. This is getting ridiculous. Gotta get Rowan Barrett Jr. out here. Throw him on the St. Laurent Express for, you know, for a half, see how it goes.
Big rebound, Yamaji.
Here's a question for you. Who can guard AJ Lawson? Would you say Jashawn Henry could lock him? Or contain?
Yeah. That would be an interesting matchup. Now that you mention it, I hadn't thought of that.
Who else though? Who else?
Yeah.
Is there anybody else that could contain him?
Well, I would like to see, right? He has such an interesting physique, and he can play so many different positions. I don't know. I mean, we've seen Okai Jamgoose get shut down today by the Notre Dame Hounds. We saw a Dave Falar and a Date again be able to lock guys down, but I mean, you want to lock a guy down, but then will they be able to provide on the other end as well? Will they be able to do it on both ends, right? I mean, that's another question. If you're saying that that's his only job, I don't know. I probably could see a couple guys take a run at him.
I think there's a couple of guys on CTA as well that could. That might be able to do the job, but then that aren't heavy-duty offensive producers. But Jashawn Henry does both ends.
Yeah,
I think he's the only one that could do both ends.
And I think AJ would have the quickness on him, but I think that would be, you know, negated by the strength of Jashawn Henry. So that's maybe the way you're thinking. But then, would Jashawn Henry be able to guard him on the perimeter?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. He's got to keep some distance on him and just have a handout in the shooting pocket, because you don't want to get the blow by. This year, AJ's improved from the ability to just catch and just drift right by a defender. To recover on somebody like that who's you know, got 2 long steps and he's at the rim, that's the difficulty. So I don't know. Right now,
well,
I think Jashawn and maybe 1 or 2 of the CTA guys could do the trick.
Well, tomorrow night at 5:30, you, Tarek, and or Nick Zeffie are going to be able to see if CTA is going to be able to shut down AJ Lawson. 5:30 tomorrow, game number 20 of 24.
Looking forward to that one.
LBA St. Laurent on the final day as well on Sunday. I think that will be nice to see. LBA coming off a tough loss today, but I think that would be an interesting matchup against St. Laurent, right? With the size that we see here and the big men that LBA have as well. That is helpful when you're 6'9" with a wingspan for days. It's an easy way to tip in to end the first half. 61-36 GTA Prep.
You ready to white up here?
Is on fire in this first half. Stay with us. We'll be back. Third quarter after an 8-minute break.
I wanna fly, can you take me far away? Give me a star to reach for, tell me what it takes, and I'll go so high, my feet won't touch the ground. Just hitch my wings and pull the strings. I bought these strings that all fall down.
The nice thing about him is he's a basketball player. There is no position defined for him. He's learning the skills. He's learning the skills of playing the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and guard at all the positions.
The last thing what makes RJ Jr. so special is that he wants to be special. He's willing to do the work to become special. He's open to learning. He has his flaws like everyone else does, but he recognizes his flaws. He knows he can keep working on them. And he's never satisfied even with his own strengths as a basketball player. So that's what makes him special.
boy. You never stop seeing to amaze me. And when we were in the game, like, I could tell what he was gonna do. I was like, you know, he's my boy. I'm gonna just let him, you know, show out. So, but the chemistry's really good. We're roommates right now, and everything. So.
I call him a professional scorer. That's definitely going to translate to the NBA game. He's just relentless on getting around you and getting to the basket and getting to the foul line. And that's what I respect about him. I'm a huge fan of his.
That's all. Okay. Showtime.
RJ making the splash takes his rightful throne at #1, and I think regardless of class, he would have been there anyways. Maybe even #1 in North America, let alone the Canadian rankings. Was the leading scorer in the most competitive league in the world at the amateur level. At 6'7", a guy that's playing 2 and 1, that's a deadly combination.
I mean, I think the first thing with RJ is he has goals, right? He has goals that he's set out, that he's driving for. So that's always great, right? Because all you ever really have to do is continue to focus him towards the goals he set. If you're trying to achieve the things that he is, I think that he's a hard worker, and a consistent worker, and oh, here he comes. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Being #1 in the world, you know, there's no conversation about it, there's no discussion about it. But what's next for you? What are your goals?
Pretty simple, go to college and go to the NBA and be a star.
Has been made in Canadian basketball.
From the Maritimes to the nation's capital.
I just like the sound.
Brady Cancun, my goodness.
To the 6.
Oh, big block there.
To the prairies.
By Deshaun Henry.
All the way to British Columbia. This is the NPA.
One-hand jam! All over the defense! My Lord! Goodness gracious! Campbell with the facial. Oh! E-man! E-man! Defense to offense!
Cummins, that is
no
not
way.
the guy.
No way!
Cummins.
Oh!
What's the foul?
Got the answer! Wow!
That's another good one. There it is! Sammy Hunter.
Look at this. Danilo Jiricic ending his high school career with a dagger of a spike.
GTA prep wisely feeding the hot hand. Oh, nice step back, cross through. And we got Sidney Kabongo on fire right now.
Oh! How about that nasty from Deshaun Henry?
Stick back, Chris Hagan.
Knock back.
Oh! Bringing the fans to their feet, putting a man in the rim.
In transition with the cock back, one hand pounded. Woo! DeAndre Pierre all over the rim. Oh! Down the lane, Stephen Rawire.
Everybody on their feet as Canada Top Flight Academy are the first high school age national champions
NPH events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level high school tournaments to national club team championships throughout the course of the season. Now is your chance to get involved with the fastest growing sport in Canada with the industry leaders and influencers. Get in the game today and join NPH in growing basketball in this country. NPH events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts NPH Scouting Service. The NPH Scouting Service is another platform for exposure with a network of over 300 coaches and scouts from some of the most recognizable brands and programs. Our scouts are constantly evaluating talent to ensure accuracy and credibility.
Pangos will shoot another three, his third triple already.
I'm a retired teacher. I coached at a whole bunch of different levels throughout the player delivery system in Canada. Involved myself at the provincial level as head coach of Team Ontario from 1994 to 97. Coached at the university level, University of Guelph for 7 years, high school coach, and I'm now an author. And I'm an author of a book called Can't Miss, a story about Kevin Pangos. But the angle that I'm bringing about the book is that I'm a basketball coach who wrote a book. So the delivery of the book encapsulates everything that's Canada basketball is all about.
Pangos will shoot another three, his third triple already.
I'm a retired teacher. I coached at a whole bunch of different levels throughout the player delivery system in Canada. Involved myself.
We're back live with Dotto on the controls. Mike Dotto on the ones and twos.
Otherwise known as Mikey Dots.
Give me that Beastie Boys beat. Drop it one time.
Or the Dot Master Flex. I can't beatbox anymore. Not like back in high school, we used to mess around and freestyle on the way back from games. And
gotcha.
Okay, I'll drop a beat for you, Jason. But you got to drop a line.
I got nothing for you.
All right.
I've used up every line I think today.
Good look inside. Good block. I thought that was a clean block. I do not know what they are seeing there. That was all ball.
Yeah, but I think often it's the follow through.
Pish posh. Follow through.
Trayvon Minot gets the roll in the first. Haitian Jamaican ancestry. Now calling Saint Laurent Montreal his home. Very respectful young man. And it was Arnaud Niamaji leading the way for Saint Laurent with 19 points in the first half, and no surprise who the leading scorer was for GTA Prep, Elias.
Who was it? Did it? Oh, AJ Lawson.
Laying down the law.
What did he have?
23 points. And there's Joshua Houghton. Oh.
Contested. They're not going to let him have anything easy.
No, Saint Laurent is not going to allow anybody to clown him, that's for sure.
But Houghton's been incredible over these last 2 games. I'm loving what I'm seeing from him. I'm seeing his game evolve. I'm seeing an improved three-point shot.
Coach Akram came over and chatted with us at halftime and just said if he had his top 2 guards both out with injury, this would be a much different story. Had a very good mentality about it. Just wants to go out and see his team compete. But then a minute later, he's stomping mad on the sidelines off that turnover. Still holding his players to a high expectation. That's a sign of a good coach. No excuses. Injuries, certainly not one of them, but Saint Laurent is going to host their own, I like to call it a mini session out there in St. Laurent as they welcome the Northeast Division, CTA Halifax Prep, and RNS to their house. And I'm sure they're going to be looking forward to that.
For those of you who've been to St. Laurent and seen that environment, that gym gets crazy on Friday nights.
I've never been to a basketball game in Montreal, and I feel like I need to.
So here's a difference that I've seen across the country. In the West, they have true fans. I'm talking people that create signs, bring a pot and pan, you know, they're into it.
The cowbell's big out west.
Yes. Then you got Central Canada, Ontario specifically. We don't have fans, we have spectators. People that just come to the game, sit down, watch, and we have this like screw face mentality of, oh, he's good, but he's not better than him. And guys are, you know, sitting in the stands having that kind of discussion. So we don't really have fans. We got spectators. Then in Montreal, you have fanatics. Guys that are nutbags about the game. Guys that are screaming at the top of their lungs, taunting the players, getting into the players' heads. Like, oh man, the environment's amazing out there.
That's why Montreal players are so tried, tested, and true, tough players. You know, I immediately think of...
It's a good-looking stroke on me, no shot.
Immediately think of Lugens Dort as one of those players, proudly from North Montreal. Make sure to specify to everybody who's from North Montreal, as it definitely holds a little bit more weight. And there's so many more out there, so many uncovered gems.
One of the biggest gems, I think, who's kind of a sleeper, Emmanuel Bonsu, who's actually playing at, I think he's playing in North Carolina now for prep school, but he's the guy who's another man-child ahead of his class, athletically and from a physical standpoint, carries that same frame as Lugens.
Yeah, when you add, you know, physical gifts either of length or like Dort, just pure brute strength and athleticism, you add that to that tough players. That is a special combination. GTA Prep. Looked like they were going to bring some subs in, but they pulled them back. Lead still at 29. Manu Seni checks in, as does Muka Soare for the Express.
Hands up!
Just resetting the clock here to game clock to 6, shot clock to 21. Casey Zagu just closes up the lane so quick with that wingspan. Big man is out far too far from the rim. You know, we talk about GTA Prep's offensive prowess, but they're holding this team to sub 40 points. Still without their top 2 guards, but you have to give it up for GTA Prep's defense.
Yeah, they've been swarming. Ooh, I thought Houghton was going to chase that down and pin it.
It looked like he was trying to time it. Senni finishes 2 off glass. Block from the big man. Izagu brings it down, kick out. Lindo no good.
Come on, Trey! Don't give up!
Oh! Joshua Houghton just climbed the ladder. Trayvon Minot just got spiked on. Houghton just sneaky. Ooh, he almost came through there for a stick back that wouldn't have counted.
And Trayvon getting a little bit of a breather. He got subs coming in. Number 50 in the blue for St. Laurent, Arnaud Jamji. Mr. Pronunciation, did I get that right?
I'll leave it be.
If I'm wrong, tell me.
I don't know. If it was Tarek, I would have. I believe it's Nyamiji, but didn't have time to check out pregame. Leading scorer on his team right now, trying to fill the void left by the injured guards. CTA's women's squad coming in to lend some support as Canada Top Flight Academy will be taking part in the final game today. Taking on Crestwood. That should be a very interesting matchup. Two teams that are deep. AJ Lawson almost had another wide open dunk attempt, but the pass was just a little too much in his feet. Leads up to 30. 3:23 to go here. Scotty Austin checks in for Nijayan Simmons. Just working out the shot clock. Again. Andrew Keogh inbounding for the Express. Arnaud Nijamaji continuing to add to his team high point totals. Stepped out of bounds. Yamaji.
Arnaud's got to look to stay aggressive. For a while there, he just kind of holding it and looking for someone to play hot potato with, but he's got to look to attack once that gap opened up.
Yamaji has to beat the clock.
Good job, Cindy.
Minot. Sorry, Minot.
I think it's
44. AJ Lawson. Mo Allen just bothering anybody who's trying to bring it over half. Getting up ahead.
Overall, just some weak passes from St. Laurent. These guys are, you know, just risky with it, not tight, not affirmative, not assertive. There's a lot of adjectives that describe everything that their passes, you know, are just weak. Got to have more strength in them, got to have more direction, got to have more intent.
St. Laurent gets it back. Not confident at the rim. Not a good combination. Nice pass. Mo Allen.
Again, a step backwards, a negative step, forces GTA out of bounds, and that's been the story of our last 2 days. Lockdown defense here from Mo Allen. Gotta love it. And the bailout by Pierre.
Up top, Nyamaji. Soft finish for 2.
And him and Manu Sini have had that little connection there.
Cash money. Andre Reddick.
Some of the St. Laurent Express picking up their dribble second too soon and now forcing it into a double and triple team. That's no good.
Ooh, AJ Lawson tried to serve it up off the glass.
You know Pierre can catch those.
Oh yeah. But again, St. Laurent ain't gonna allow you to at least make it easy to clown on him. Big block. Andre Reddick.
This is actually going to be a healthy loss for St. Laurent because a lot of the guys that are playing major minutes in this game are going to go back and realize that they're going to say, wow, we're nowhere close to where we need to be. And hopefully that infuses a newfound anger in them to want to get better. Oh my goodness. That was not a good look. Wait for your big man to get in position in the low post, and Trayvon Minot was looking for it, just came to him on the wrong side.
He nailed the name that time, Elias. Nailed it.
Now I just got to be consistent with it.
Hey man, like I told you last night, you just got to keep saying it. And if anybody says it wrong, you got to correct them and burn it into your own head.
And Minot was, he's been actually the bright spot for this team.
Yep.
I'm very impressed with where his skill set is at for a big man his age.
There he is getting after it on the glass, but AJ Lawson just comes down with it. 79-46, GTA Prep in control. Still got one more game to come after this final quarter. Stay with us. We still got CTA and Crestwood. That is going to be a fun one.
Well, Central Tech, it's the historic look, that castle feel. It's a gauntlet. You walk past and you just, whoa, you look up, and the reputation that comes with it, it has that feel, it has that effect. Being in downtown Toronto, it is what it is. You're gonna get everything, right? So all the distractions are gonna happen, all the excitement's gonna be there, any little thing happens in school, it's newsworthy because you're a downtown school, right? So we have to get past all those distractions and focus in and dial in what we're supposed to do inside this gym. Do we play with a chip? We make it so.
We're a grit and grind team. Like, we're like underdogs. So like, we play like, even though we're up 20, we play like we're down 20.
We try to break the neck of the other teams. Once we have our foot on the gas, like, we try not to let go. If you're a hard worker, if you have nothing to lose, if you're gonna put it all on the line every night, then you could come play on Central Tech.
I'm praying that they take on my personality. I got a smile and I laugh and I joke outside of the game, but inside the game, I'm yelling, I'm screaming, and I'm fierce. And that's how we're developing right now.
Stop relying on what we did in the years past or the games past. It's now, yes?
And when we get to be that, tenacious group, that loud group, that aggressive group, great things happen.
That style and structure is making Central Tech a destination basketball school for players like Matthew Daves, who joined the Blues for his senior season.
I knew the coaches and I knew how their style of training was, and I thought that I'd fit in here well. It just brings up like a certain tone to how I'm doing everything. So like every single rep.
Back live 10 seconds into the fourth. Stéphane Bassalet drops the layup. GTA Prep has this one firmly in control.
And because the team's got so much better with their ball movement and their motion offense, that has helped them in terms of being able to rest guys and being able to play guys that normally otherwise wouldn't have got minutes, and the experience is going to help them because when it comes into second session and playoff time, it's going to make a big difference.
I hear that, my friend. A big time session like this, you kind of feel like you're further along than you really are. Still incredibly early in the season for all these teams. Yamaji. Some of those young guns getting some run. Stéphane Bassalet. GTA Prep looking to get out in the open floor. Battling through contact. Joshua Houghton. For everything that AJ Lawson's done in this game, Houghton has been equally impressive. That's the thing, GTA Prep is up big. They're still fighting very hard on defense. Haladi coming through, trying to get the block, called for the foul. Reminder to everyone, got ourselves a tasty matchup at 7:15, don't we, Elias?
I wouldn't categorize it as tasty, but yes, it's going to be a heck of a matchup, probably the game of the day. Crestwood, Canada top flight, defending champs versus one of the newest teams from Toronto.
And after watching their first couple games of this tournament, Crestwood, I have to say, in the conversation for that national championship this year.
The Crestwood contenders.
I believe they're called the Lions, but that would work too.
Okay.
Something tells me Ro Russell wouldn't agree to a team name as the Contenders.
Yeah, you're right. We'll stick with Lions. The Kings of the Jungle.
I thought that was the Panthers. I thought we decided. No?
Who said that?
Cameron Harris. Another one of the young bucks for this GTA prep squad. He's just going to become better from practicing against a lot of these guys. GTA prep building with an eye on the future as well. It's not just about the present. Yeah.
Houghton is getting hotter from the three-point line, and he just turned around before that shot even came in.
Starting to think, though, this GTA prep squad just kind of does that to see who can pull it off. We saw Halati try it yesterday, and it was no good. But Houghton, when he has the dead-eye shooting he's had today, you, my friend, are allowed to look away on the release. Ooh, big man trying to step out. Looked good. Front rim.
And that was a good possession for GTA. The ball did not once touch the ground from coast to coast. Young buck Cameron Harris unable to finish it up.
Keo working another one of the young kids out there, Vegas Evans, who got a lot of run in the blowout earlier today.
Nice work, Minot. Add the 2 T's at the end.
Oh, you were keeping us in suspense.
We're going to see a lot more parity in this league as the season continues. Right now, some teams dealing with some injuries to key members. Other teams playing their first games of the season and still don't have an identity.
Fans starting to fill in now for the Canada Top Flight Academy concluding game of our 7-game schedule. Doesn't even feel like 7 games today, does it, Elias?
It's gone pretty fast today.
Let's do 7 more.
Yeah, no.
Oh wait, that's tomorrow. Joshua Houghton getting AJ Lawson off the bench and excited.
Minot on the cleanup for St. Laurent.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I don't know. Look away passes when you're up 41 points and it ends up 3 feet out of bounds. Like, I don't know.
Why don't we just call him over?
It just becomes a little much, doesn't it? No.
No, I agree.
You know,
I agree.
Make the pass.
In my opinion,
yeah. Make the pass.
Whether you're up 10, whether you're up 40, you should be playing the same way.
Well, I don't mind like I don't mind like a look away, no look pass. You know what I mean? Like I don't mind a little flare.
What for?
If you can make the pass on target every time, do it. If you're gonna hit 50%, ooh, nice cross. Hit that, son. But yeah, I don't know. It's the same as like turning away on a 3-pointer. If you hit 45% of your shots from 3, do it, fine. If you're on fire and you've hit 4 in a row and it's a heat check, you want to do it, fine. I don't know. You're up 41. You're a 6'10" big man, 6'8" big man. You're trying to fire, spin away, no look passes. It just kind of bothers me. Sorry. Get off my soapbox.
And on to the next topic.
Otherwise, I absolutely love this GTA prep squad. This is the third time I've called them. I love everything about them. Especially, you know what I think what it is too, and I know, being close to the league like we are, we watched this team struggle last year. And, you felt for them, right? Because you saw that they were young, they were learning. And that's why we were so excited coming into this season to see that they had reloaded. We knew that they had good coaching. So it's exciting to be able to see what they have right now. Oh. See?
Good timing on that pass.
Yeah, and no need to look away or anything like that. Try to drop the dime. Didn't finish out this time, though.
And Vegas, inexperienced, steps out of bounds in the corner.
That's the bench favorite. I love Vegas over there. They were cheering him on earlier. I think said he was 0 of 7. And then ended up hitting his final shot of the game, and they erupted on the GTA prep bench. And that's what I really like about the squad as well, right?
They play for each other.
Exactly. Exactly. Speaking of playing for each other, they're down 39 points, but Minot got his boys off the bench with a nice little slam. It's the little things when you're struggling. Just try to win the possession.
And this next game, I'm pumped about this one. Crestwood, Canada top flight. This is going to be a good one. They match up well from a length perspective.
Depth perspective.
Yup.
Like we've said there's been games this weekend where we were excited about kind of, one-on-one matchups. We were excited about team matchups. I think this is really the first one that team and individual, man, they're pretty even, aren't they?
Yep. And in this game, I think it's going to be Luis Pacheco who's going to be the X factor. As a defender, I don't think anybody from Canada top flight is going to be super willing to be attacking the rim with him in the way.
AJ Lawson didn't want to come off the floor. Vegas Evans out there, looking like he could be my son, so young. Again, across Canada, all these coaches and players are building a program. Very rare that you see a majority old players on the squad. They're trying to mix and match youth and experience. To a man, talking to everybody involved in this league, this isn't a one-shot deal. All these teams are looking to build for 5, 7, 10 years down the road. Ooh. DeAndre Pierre hits the 3, gets back on D. 2:20 to go. 98-55. Let's say that's the most dribbling I've seen by a St. Laurent player yet today, and it still led to a wide open shot. Arnaud Niamaji. Go to the line, looking for the three-point play. Both these teams still battling. They don't care what the score is and what's on the clock.
Good look to the corner from Pierre. Simmons gets it to go. And GTA for the second time today passes the 100 mark.
And really every one of their games have been easily decided, which has allowed them to get some floor time for their bench.
A lot of guys in double digits. About 6-7 pieces with over 10 points.
Nothing easy for the Express right now. 1:13 to go. CTA in the house, setting up shop underneath their national championship banner. I think they're excited to be taking on the Crestwood squad, a little Ottawa, Toronto.
Oh yeah.
Niamaji has had himself a game filling the scoring void left by Ben Datro and a couple of the other injured players for St. Laurent. 38 seconds to go now. Kick out. Long two. Neither of these teams going away. Fighting all the way to the end. In the bonus. Simmons gets it over half. He's going to dribble it out. Not the game that the Express wanted to have in their NPA debut. Something tells me this crew's going to be back. And we're going to look back on this game thinking it was like a whole other season. We'll be back. CTA, Crestwood. Stay tuned. Tell your friends. Tune in. We got quite a game coming up.